Hey guys, what's going on? This is Pants our Dragon, and today we're going to be doing a League of Legends commentary. So if you've watched this video right here before, this is going to be that type of commentary, just with a different name and thumbnail, since it is more eye-catching. And so in this commentary, it's going to be more of a guide, and you'll be getting in my head what I'm kind of thinking during that moment, what I'm planning to do, and why I'm going to do it. So it's going to be that spazzy commentary style, which I actually really like, and I'll probably be doing this for future ranked videos so you guys can learn a lot. And so in this video, we're going to be playing Jungle MUNDO. Runes and Masteries will be in the description as always, and this will be a challenger rank game. So right here, I'm asking my bottom lane, do they want the Gromp, yes or no? The reason I'm asking that is because I feel like if they get this Gromp, they'll have a really big advantage, and I can trust my bot lane in this elo to use this Gromp wisely. So yeah, it's just a lot of trust in my bot lane since that is Apollo from Dignitas. And the second reason I'm actually giving the Gromp to them and smiting it for them is because usually in my first clear of Mundo, I don't really have enough health to gank, so I just do a full clear. So I don't really care about myself too much. Now, since I have no smite for the blue buff, what I do is kite the blue buff around in circles, so I can just keep spamming my Q, which does a bajillion damage to it, and so that I don't take a lot of damage while doing it. Even Janna gives me a shield because I was so nice to her by giving her that Gromp and a smite leash. But yeah, I feel like Mundo is the only one who can actually do this strategy because, well, his Q does a bajillion damage to big monsters with a lot of health. So yeah, what I'm going to do is do a big farm route and not gank, because I'm kind of going to be low on hit point. Even if I were to get a leash, I'd still have low hit point. So right here, I was thinking of doing wraiths, and then I was like, wait, I have smite up, so I do the red buff. And of course, I smite it when it's really low, so the enemy jungler can't smite steal it from me if he is in that bush to the left of me. And I do the wraiths, and remember, when you're doing your Mundo clears, use your E as an auto attack reset. It really does help a lot. Now, right here is kind of important, as while I'm doing my golems and minding my own time, I see a Lee Sin queue. Do you know what that means? Lee Sin is in the area, and that means I ping it, and I eventually tell my teammates that Lee Sin is in my top jungle. Now, why is this important? It means our bottom lane can go full on aggressive since Lee Sin can't gank their lane, and mid lane will hug the bottom side of the jungle, and then top lane should play passive since Lee Sin is the top side. And so right here, I don't know what the hell Lee Sin was trying to do, but somehow Ezreal gets a kill out of it. And the reason you go skirmish your saber always on Mundo is because you want to do damage plus reduce the damage taken from enemies so you don't get bursted down super heavily. You'll see that it becomes very effective later in this game. Now, you may be asking, why am I pushing this lane? Well, the lane is already pushing, so I might as well grab all the experience points and bounce the wave off the enemy's tower so my mid laner, gets pushed in. And I was actually hoping it would push faster so Victor would lose a lot of CS. Now, the reason I say Lee Sin is going to be top side is because I see his Wraith camps are gone, so I assumed he'd go to the side of his jungle with jungle creeps alive, but apparently he just actually cleared that and went to the bottom side. Now, when I saw that Lee Sin Q land, that means he's gonna go in because it's a 2v3. And I noticed the enemy is overextending super hard, and they even have a deep ward for Jax to TP in. So I'm like, Jax, come here, we'll get like a triple kill and basically snowball the game. I even saw he had a teleport, but right here, I'm just coming in myself. I use skirmishers on the Lucian, of course, and I get sick and tired of chasing him around, so I just flash on him. And yeah, I probably would have died if I didn't flash, to be honest. And then I retreat, but then push the lane with MF, so it bounces off the tower, and Lucian loses a lot of CS. No one cares about that pansy-ass Leona because she's a support. So right here, I just go into farm mode again since I'm low and I can't really do anything in the map. And I also want to hit level 6, and I actually plan on ganking someone, as my ultimate will give me the health that I need to pull off this gank. And now I actually see Victor. He doesn't have Ignite, so he can't burst me down with this amount of hit point. So I see a great opportunity to gank this guy. Sadly, Lee Sin comes for a counter gank, and I decide this is a bad idea and get the fuck out. So, if you're thinking, hey, I should help that Ezreal, well, you'll probably die. I already decided if I go in there, I'm gonna die. So, fuck that shit, I'm not gonna die. I'm just gonna hold this lane right here and not take a lot of harass from Victor, and yeah, just farm up for myself. If I engage on Victor, which I probably can, I feel like Lee Sin would actually come in the area and just kill me. Now, I actually noticed something's happening in the top lane, and I feel like I can kill that Hecarim, but I actually walk over Pink Ward and Lee Sin is coming. At this point, Jax is probably gonna die since I'm late to the party, and what you should be noting from this is that both junglers actually had the map awareness to come to the fight or the aggressiveness coming from the lanes. So they both see that a lot of action is happening and they go to the lane and, we get a kill. Now, as much as I want to kill this Hecarim, I don't have my skirmishers up, so I don't have enough burst damage, but it's actually coming out really soon so I can eventually all-in him, and you'll see me do that. Now, as you can see, I'm going to kill him, blah blah blah, I'm going to fight him, and then he actually has Ignite and he surprises me, and I actually thought I was dead with all his damage over time, but I actually wasn't if I had not thrown that Q. That Q actually killed me because it actually costs about 80 health. So if you're ever playing Mundo and you have a bunch of damage over time like Ignite or, I don't know, Malzahar's E on you, don't press your Q. That shit costs a lot of health and you could probably live if you didn't throw it. Take these wise words to heart and remember them. Now, I go to my top side of the jungle because I feel like I can gank this Hecarim, as he does feel like an easy target, but Jax unfortunately dies before I can actually get there. And the reason I do not push this lane is because I felt like it was gonna push on us, but then I counted the minions, I saw the position of the minions, and it was actually gonna push on the Hecarim actually. But before the wave can push, Jax actually gets back there in time, so that's good. Now right here I'm just holding the lane for Ezreal until he gets back, and I actually see that Victor is heading top lane, and I actually can't stop that dive from happening without them knowing I'm coming. So what I decide to do is go bot lane and try and get a dive on them, as I feel like I have to make something happen if there is two top. And yeah, me and my bot lane are super strong, so even if Lee Sin came, this dive would be super easy and all I'd have to do is throw my Q and take down the enemy's tower. The biggest factor is Victor won't come down since he's top lane, although he does have teleport and I don't know if it's up, but Lucian has died and this tower is basically free. So what we decide to do is push his lane in so it bounces off the enemy's tower to push into us eventually, and then we get the dragon for free since they're very pushed in. I'm Mundo and we're very ahead. Now right here we could have ganked mid lane with the help of my bottom lane, but they went back and I see that Victor is MIA and my bot lane is not there to back us up on that gank. So if Leona and Lee Sin came to that gank, it'd be 2v3 and we might throw. Now, next up, I see that 3 people are top, but they actually just killed Jax. Now, I feel like this Victor is overextending so I can get a gank on him, but he just turned around and that means it's warded so I can get a gank on him, but apparently it's not and I come back. So now I come in and all in his ass, and a mechanical tip is I feel like I should hold on to my cleaver until I'm a bit closer while watching this again. Now I actually flashed onto Victor because I feel like I need to save this Ezreal from dying. This flash was actually totally unnecessary because, well, Ezreal actually lived and I'd eventually catch up to the Victor who has no flash apparently. If he did have flash, he probably wouldn't have died. But yeah, talking about mechanics, unnecessary flash, and maybe the Q could have been held on a bit more until I was closer to the Victor. Now the reason I say this game is over is because we do scale really good. We have Mundo, they have Lee Sin, we have MF, they have Lucian, and it builds confidence in our team that we eventually scale better. So it's called morale boosting, which I use pretty often. It's so your teammates don't rage or, go on tilt or surrender at 20 minutes. And so this is a tactic I use, saying this game is basically over, which it actually is, because I'm Mundo. Now I take down this tower because no one's around, but apparently this Hecarim wants to fight. So I'm like, I'm gonna escape from this person, but then he actually pushes me back in the tower, so I get kind of pissed off and I'm like, okay, fuck this shit. I'm gonna fucking teach you a lesson and not to fuck with Mundo. And yeah, it works out well. The only reason I actually did it though was because I actually thought I was dead. Seeing as how he charged into me solely and thought he could kill me 1v1, I thought reinforcements were coming since I didn't really have vision of the map. So I think I could have escaped there and maybe have helped my team siege. Also, the reason I'm putting so much pressure on the top lane right now is because we want that tower down, as we already have the bottom lane's tower, and so the next easiest one would be the top lanes. And as you can see, we're prioritizing objectives and not kills. So yeah, play this game strategically, and we see a lot of people are in the bot lane, so that means we can get this tower for free, although we're trading our bottom tower for it. And I didn't actually go there initially because I thought someone would run up so we can maybe dive him. And right here I'm just blocking the culling so our minions don't die. And yeah, we take 2 towers because, well, the enemy is too far to actually react to our pushing power. If I weren't there to help my team siege, they definitely would have engaged on the MF and Janna. My presence is just too big for the enemy team. And right here, a team fight is erupting and I'm gonna cut off the enemy because, I can dish out a lot of damage. I can probably 1v3, if not, I'll just run away. Right here, I didn't think Janna would actually get the kill, so I flashed for it. And Lee Sin actually gets away, and I go on peel mode. I actually could have gone on the Leona and probably killed her. So there's a little mechanical team fight error for you guys. And also, I didn't really explain why I have so much armor. But if you look at the enemy's team, they're basically a lot of physical damage. So that's why I have so much armor. I don't really care too much about Victor. And yeah, we ditched the tower because Ezreal's kind of low. Now myself, I'm pretty healthy, but I don't want to risk it. So we just let the Jax get the bottom tower and take the dragon and recall and wait for the next team fight. What we're going to try and prioritize is the middle tower or the Baron. As there's not much objectives for us to get on the map, as inhibitor towers are super hard to take down. So we have to bait the enemy out of their base by taking the middle tower or taking the Baron, which will be coming up in 10 seconds. So yeah, I'm heading to my blue just because why not, and I see Hecarim's actually in the bot lane and I know he wants to 1v1 Jax because he's done it before. So I head down to help Jax and try and fight this Hecarim with him. I even pop my ultimate for the movement speed to get there faster. And yeah, as a jungler, you need to anticipate the enemy's movements, have good map awareness, and basically have decision making. So try and work on that if you can. Hopefully this video is helping you guys improve on your decision making. Now my team calls Baron because, well, we have me, which is really good for Baron with my Q, and a lot of DPS coming from our team. Now I'm a bit scared that Hecarim's gonna come because he probably has teleport, but luckily we finish it off in time. We have a pink ward and we're very far ahead, so we take it down with fair ease. And now we see Leona is caught out, so we're just gonna go and try and get a kill for ourselves. Now the enemy makes a big mistake by trying and fighting this because, well, we're very far ahead. We already took the Baron buff and we're not taking damage from the Baron. So I'd say this is a poor judgment fight from the enemy team. And right here I pop my ultimate when I'm about half hit point. Then I start retreating because I don't want to get bursted down, but once I see my health is regenerating pretty fast and we've won the team fight, I go in for the kill onto Victor and try and get him for my team. Now Jax has some balls by going on his Victor, and I feel like he would have died, but luckily he doesn't. And I'm pretty surprised here that the enemy team hasn't surrendered yet, because I feel like this is usually the point where they surrender, but apparently they feel like they can hold on. That's what usually happens in my experience. Now next up, what we gotta do with this Baron buff once we have obtained it and have an inhibitor down is pressure the side lanes. You don't want to go in your jungle and farm. The only reason I'm doing this is because I'm waiting for my team to, well, group up. And I also want to clear bottom lane, which I was going to head to stop the Hecarim from pushing, but I realized, why am I wasting time with Baron? I should probably go and help my team. Like, if you waste time just farming with the Baron and not grouping up, you're doing something wrong, like I am in this video. So right here there's a team fight going on. I don't really care about this tower because I actually want to see how tanky I am and just what I can do as Mundo. So right here I get the kill on Leona, I start to peel for my team, and now I'm just charging straight ahead into the Lucian, trying to land that cleaver on him. I do get the cleaver, he has no flash, he knows he's dead, so we take him out. And yeah, that is basically a good game, and right here I just face tank these towers to see what Mundo can do, and apparently he can tank this for a long time, which is pretty OP in my opinion. So yeah, that is a Mundo game for you guys. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Make sure to leave a like if you did like this video and you want to keep supporting this channel. It does help a lot. But yeah, thank you guys for watching this video. I hope you guys learned a lot. Definitely, if this was helpful, leave a comment below, and I'll see you guys next time. But my presence as Mundo is too big for the enemy team. I'm strong like Brahmin, Russian like Nico, would you like to go bowling with Roman sometime?